Tackle junkies, what's going on, fellas? What's that old saying? Nothing makes a fish bigger than almost being caught. Stay tuned, I got a little story for you. Alright guys, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you'll know I lost a monster of a bass yesterday. And I just want to share this with you guys. I mean, I've been thinking about this fish obviously all day yesterday, all night. Didn't sleep much thinking about her. I mean, it was truly a beast of a bass. Without a doubt, it would have been a PB for me. Definitely my PB on that lake. And I'll just run through the story for you guys. Again, it's not a long story. I was throwing the Storm Arashi square bill. This one here is discontinued. They don't make the rattling version anymore. This is my last one too of that shad color. But I was tossing that. I was about 30 foot off the bank, sitting in about 7 foot of water, tossing up to some brush. And I toss up there, cranking the reel, come back to the boat, getting ready to pull the lure out of the water. Fish hits me, and I could tell right away that's a good fish. It pulled pretty hard right away. And the first thing I thought to do was loosen the drag up a little bit, give her some line. So like I said, she hit, she come around, I loosen the drag up, and she's shooting towards the bank. Like I said, I'm a good ways off the bank, about 30 foot or so. So she's going towards the bank, and at that time, no way do I think this is a bass. The way it pulled, it felt like a catfish. It was so wide on its back, it just looked like a big cat to me. And it's pretty normal from time to time when you're fishing out there to catch a cat while you're bass fishing. So at that time, I'm not all that serious because in my mind, I got a catfish on me, okay? So anyways, it's pulling some drag, it's heading towards the bank, it's coming back, I'm sweeping my rod down towards the boat, and she comes up. And as she comes up and I sweep my rod down, she turns to the side. And at that time, I see the fish. Oh my God, this is a huge bass. I mean, I don't know how much time passed right then, but I was just in shock at the moment, you know? So anyways, I see her on her side, huge bass. I can't see the crankbait. When I realize what's on the end of my line there, she kind of wakes up. So she dives under the boat. I got my rod in the water, trying to go under the trolling motor, and I'm walking this fish around the boat. Now, I've never had to really do that with any fish that I've ever caught before. I don't catch huge fish often, and normally, even if I have a 3-4 pounder, 5 pounder, normally I feel that I can just turn them to me and land them on that side of the boat. Well, once I seen this fish, and two, I didn't know how she was hooked, but mainly the size of this fish, I knew there was no way that I wanted to risk turning this fish. So anyway, she went under the trolling motor, so I got my rod down, I'm walking around the boat, and I knew once I got to that power pole, I'm gonna have a huge issue, and that's where it happened. So walking around the boat, she's swimming, I got the rod way in the air going over the power pole. Well, when I'm doing that, I'm bringing her to the surface. So I can feel she's coming up, I'm trying to go down the motor, bring the rod down, and as I'm coming down on the other side of the motor, she's swimming out. She's kind of like parallel with the back of the boat. So as I'm bringing my rod down, she jumps, tosses the crank, and I lost her. So, but I mean, I got a great look at her, like I said, on the driver's side of the boat when I first got her to the boat. And man, I tell you what, if I had to guess, I mean, I've caught 6s before. That one at the Park Lake, I believe that one was 7. And I think I can confirm that one after catching that little, that fish I caught at one of the farm ponds. I don't even remember what it was, 6 something. But after catching that one, it kind of confirmed the one at the Park Lake was definitely at 7. And after seeing that fish and kind of comparing that one to the memories that I have on this one, if I had to guess, an honest guess, I'd say 7 to 8 pounds. And I know there's fish in that lake that big because years ago, 8 pounders were weighed in those tournaments. So I'm sure there's still a few in there. Who knows, those 8 pounders could have got bigger if they're still in there. Either way, if I had to guess, that was a 7 or 8 pound bass. And she broke my heart, man. Oh man, I tell you, I don't know if I'm going to get over this one. It's not that often that you're going to have a fish, at least for me on the lakes that I fish. It's not going to be that often for me that I have a fish that size on the end of my line. And I blew it. You know, I keep thinking of different ways that I maybe could have landed her, but only thing I thought to do was just walk with her. And that power pole, you know, I guess I could have put the pole down a little bit, but I mean, again, I didn't think about it. I mean, the whole thing maybe lasted 45 seconds or so. I was just in shock once I first seen her that it's like, you know, I've never handled a bass that big on the end of my line, and only thing I could think to do was not to rush her, walk with her. But like I said, I knew I'd have an issue with that pole, and that's what I feel hurt me. Anyways, I'm not blaming it on the pole, but I believe that's kind of what the deal was there. But man, oh man, I tell you what, that was one heck of a fish. And really, guys, you know, kind of the moral of this story is if you're not out there fishing, man, get out there, catch some fish, make some memories. And even though I didn't land this fish, this memory is going to motivate me to fish even more. Now I can't even wait to get out next spring, early as possible, as soon as we thaw, knowing all the mid girls are going to be up shallow, and I'll have another opportunity to possibly catch one that big. It could still happen this year, but I've been fishing that lake many, many years, and this is the first time I've had one on that size. So is it going to happen again? I have no idea, but I'm going to be out there enough to possibly make it happen. So anyways, guys, if you're not out there fishing, get out there, make some memories, have some fun. Man, I just wish that I could have weighed her just to know for sure. But again, I feel that was an honest guess. Just by looking at the thickness of her back, the distance from her belly to her back, it was a huge fish. And that's what shocked me so much about the fish that I caught at that park lake, how thick she was from her belly to her back. And that's the same kind of look that this one had. She was so like tall, I guess, from the belly to the back. Man, it was just such a beast of a fish. But overall, it was a pretty decent day. That 3.5 you guys would have seen on Instagram and Facebook. If you're not following me, head over there and give me a follow. That one came on that Picasso lure spinnerbait. And to be honest, guys, I was recording yesterday, but I used the remote for the GoPros, and the remote died after like 5 hours, so I put everything away, so I don't have any footage at all of that big girl. But you'll see too if I put the clip here at the end of that 3.5. I'm trying to turn the live well on, and it won't turn on, so I just bring the bass up to the camera, show you guys. I shut the camera off, then I wait real fast and release her. But I wanted to do another little video, you know, on the water about the fish and all that. Like I said, since I couldn't put her in the live well, I just released her and said screw it. But it's always something. Anyway, so I do have some footage of her, of the 3.5, which I'll show you guys. But yeah, caught that one, caught a few others on the spinnerbait. Caught a handful on the Arashi, caught some on the Kitech 4.8, and overall, it's a decent day. Nothing to brag about other than the one that I didn't catch, but you know, it's really got me something to to look forward to now, knowing that that fish is in there, and I am pumped to catch her again. So, anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have a story like this, definitely let me know down in the comments. That way I know I'm not alone. I'm sure we've all had that fish on that got off, and broke our hearts. So, let me know down below what happened to you and how you lost your big fish. Anyways, guys, you guys are awesome. Thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you soon.
fatty.